Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope everyone is doing great. I hope सब ठीक हैं, सही सलामत हैं, तबीयत वगैरह ठीक है. So प्रीवियस वीडियो में मैं बताया था आप लोगों को लाइक आई काइंड ऑफ ट्राई टू इंट्रोड्यूस ISI एंड CMI टू यू. ठीक है, मैथमेटिक्स से अगर आपको प्यार है तो there are two top institutes in this country where you can gain access to the craziest of people, you know, जो भी मैथ्स पगलू हैं वो सब एक जगह इकट्ठा हो जाएं. So that is these two institutes. If you're one of them, please, I would love for you to attempt and go there. All right, तो वो एक बात है. एंड काफ़ी लोगों को लेकिन ये डाउट आया होगा, उसमें भी मैंने ब्रीफली मेंशन किया था कि सर IIT के साथ कैसे कंपेयर होता है. Do we even compare ISI CMI with IIT at all? Is that even the right question? है ना. तो मेरे हिसाब से जो भी मुझे लग रहा है इस वीडियो में मैंने डाला है, स्लाइड्स हैं, एंड आई वांट यू टू पे एब्सोल्यूट अटेंशन टू व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू से. पहली बात यहाँ पे लिखा है, देखो, बियॉन्ड द हाइप रैंकिंग एंड व्हाट्सएप फॉरवर्ड्स. मुझे अभी रिसेंटली JEE एडवांस का मेल ये रिजल्ट था है. आई एम सीइंग स्टेटस ऑफ माय पास्ट टीचर्स, वो अपने स्टूडेंट्स का चीज़ सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं एंड टॉप रैंकर्स के घर पे डोल बज रहा है एंड दे आर लाइक कम ऑन डांसिंग एंड ऑल दैट. दैट्स गुड, एंजॉइंग. बट ISI CMI का कहीं पे दिखता नहीं है कि लोग इतना उछल कूद रहे हैं, है ना. सो तो क्या करें? Should we enjoy this or not? So let's see. Which is better is the wrong question. The real question is which path fits you. तुम्हें क्या चीज़ पसंद आ रहा है? IIT क्यों जाना है भाई? क्यों जाना है? If it is simply because of the hype that the world has created, इतने सारे IITs हैं, रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट्स कितने हैं हमारे देश में? बहुत कम, क्योंकि उसका हाइप ही नहीं है. हाइप क्यों बना? ये लोगों का पगलापन है. इफ़ यू आस्क मी, इंजीनियरिंग इज़ नॉट सच ए ग्रेट, लाइक ऐसा नहीं कि उसका बहुत डिमांड है इस दुनिया में. येस, इट इज़ अ वेरी वेरी यूजफुल थिंग, बट क्या तुम्हें इसलिए जाना चाहिए क्योंकि दुनिया में काफ़ी लोग जा रहे हैं? दैट शुडंट बी योर रीज़न. आई एम आस्किंग यू, शुड इट बी? नहीं. सो इफ़ यू लव बिल्डिंग स्टफ, डिज़ाइन करना, लॉन्च करना, if you want to be in the business world, if you want to be an entrepreneur eventually, this is maybe a very good option for you. ठीक है. तो first figure out, looking at the role models around you, looking at the people whom you look up to, role models होंगे सबका अपना अपना. So तुम देखो कि तुम्हें क्या चाहने का मन कर रहा है, क्या करने का मन कर रहा है. Unless you figure it out for yourself, तुम्हारे पापा मम्मी सब कोई बताने लगेंगे. देयर इज ए क्लिप फ्रॉम द सीरीज कॉल्ड सपने वर्सेस एवरीवन. वो बोलता है अपने स्टूडेंट्स को कि हर दिन खुद को याद दिलाओ तुम्हें क्या बनना है, क्योंकि तुम अगर भूल गए तो तुम्हें लोग बताने लगेंगे तुम्हें क्या करना है. सो डोंट डू दैट. डोंट डू दैट. टेल योरसेल्फ व्हाट यू वांट. So anyways, if you want to build stuff, do that. Or if you love mathematics, यार मैथमेटिक्स करने में मज़ा आ रहा है सर, है ना. मेरे साथ हुआ था. आई यूज टू एंजॉय डूइंग मैथमेटिक्स. आई डेंट केयर अबाउट बिकमिंग एन इंजीनियर, बिल्डिंग डैम्स एंड ऑल दैट. मुझे नहीं चाहिए था. इट इज़ अ नोबल थिंग. माई फ्रेंड हु वॉज वेरी वेरी मोटिवेटेड दैट मेरे गाँव में डैम नहीं है, आई वॉन्ट टू डू दैट, एंड सिविल इंजीनियरिंग बनना इज़ अ वेरी वेरी गुड ऑप्शन फॉर मी. He went there and he has found his purpose, sort of, at least for that age. जो भी purpose का मतलब था उस age में. With that maturity, if you find something, that's the best thing for you. But उस ही समय पे I just loved mathematics. I didn't know what else to do. Maybe I was not matured enough, but वो जो subject करने में अच्छा लग रहा है, and there is an option that you can do research and like रामानुजन वाला path can be followed. जब वो option मुझे दिखा तो I definitely I chose this. Okay, so you have to choose your path. Which path fits you? अब थोड़ा सा comparison अगर करें, just to compare what's happening around. IIT, first IIT was founded in 1951, right? ISI was founded in 1931 and CMI was founded in 1959, जो मैंने पिछले वीडियो में mention किया था. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. Anyway, okay, all right. Engineering India's technologies, founders, leaders, everything, those kind of people are there, and researchers, elite world of mathematics, statistics and computing. हर चीज में researchers, if you look for it, you'll find that they are from ISI CMI. Somehow they are related to that. Either they have attended a lecture at least in one of these two institutes, right? Just a minute. Okay. Now, one goes wide, one goes deep. What does that mean, right? इसका मतलब क्या है? Engineering is wide. It has a lot of branches. You can go into electricals, mechanical, civil, that. There's so many options. You have wide range of varieties. Computer science being one of them, and then maybe you can go towards if you have done Olympiads before, and if you have that brain, they will also maybe allow you to do quant stuff, quantitative. That has become very, very important in the recent times. But if you look at this, mathematics goes deep into one single thing. यहाँ पे mathematics is simply a tool, right? They don't love mathematics as much. They probably don't love any particular subject as much, unless and otherwise it's they choose theoretical stuff, right? It depends on individuals. My friends, they when I was preparing for IIT, they loved physics. I didn't at that time, but बाद में I realized that physics is crazy. It's very good. So you have to figure that out again. It is about self introspection and what do you want and etc. If you're loving mathematics, if you want to go deep, like you love looking at theorems, recent discoveries, and what Ramanujan did. Ramanujan का notebook देख के मैं पागल हो जाता था. Okay, I used to be so excited looking at a Xerox copy of Ramanujan's notebook that it even exists in his own handwriting. It was available in our ISI library, and I think it is available in every major institute, if I'm not wrong. All right, so it is that excitement, if you have it, watching the Ramanujan's movie, his life, how it turned out. He is the role model, right? For any math enthusiast, most math enthusiasts, he is the role model, but there are numerous other mathematicians who don't get the credit. You should learn about them. I'll be making a short today on Mariam Mirza Khani. Her life is amazing. She also died very young and all that. So there are beautiful stories in these discoveries, mathematics or any subject. There are beautiful stories. There is this book called Fermat's Last Theorem. Okay, so that book is about the journey which led to the proof of this theorem. It was a long journey, how number theory developed, how mathematicians worked. It considers all the life stories of mathematicians which led to that proof of that theorem and how it changed the course of mathematics. So I am presently trying to read that book. I'll try to finish it as soon as possible and I'll let you know about it. ठीक है? So this is about mathematics. Next, both brutally selective in different ways. यहाँ पे लाखों लोग लिखते हैं, 10 लाख से ज़्यादा लोग लिखते हैं, लाखों भी कम है, millions, right? Millions of people write, apply for JEE because craze ऐसा है दुनिया में, and obviously only a few thousand people get selected, right? 17,000 people to be exact, and 17,000 in 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs is a very small percentage, 1.5%. Here the thing is the competition is relatively very less actually. Thousands में लिखते हैं क्योंकि मैथ्स कितने लोगों को पसंद है भाई, कितने लोग का मन होता है. I meet so many people that I hate mathematics. I don't understand why they hate mathematics. क्यों hate करते हैं मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है. It's the most logical subject, man. It's the most logical subject, right? Anyway, via entrance examination, thousands write and few hundred get selected, right? Overall, अगर हम ISI CMI सब मिला के देखें तो around 200 people per year are getting selected. ठीक है? Even if 10,000 people are writing, it's like 2%, isn't it? So the percentage is pretty much similar. Okay. Here, yeah, the exam pattern is different. Obviously, here you have to be quick, immediately looking at the question. You have to be able to know the answer in all three subjects: physics, chemistry, mathematics. But here it is only mathematics, so you have to go deep into it. You have to be able to write down the proofs, solutions clearly, logically, step by step. You have to have the clarity. यहाँ पे clarity नहीं भी है तो चलेगा, isn't it? Okay. Where each one sits on the spectrum. Every grade is mixes theory and practice. Okay, here it is more hands-on application, hands-on and applied. Obviously, engineering, you are building stuff, you're making robotics, this, fine, obvious. That's kind of really obvious. You have labs, you have projects, you have real things to work with, right? But here it is very abstract. Initially, I struggled when I was learning group theory. Group theory जब पढ़ाया जा रहा था, I was struggling कि क्या कर रहे हैं. You are defining a binary operation, and then उस operation के basis पे you are defining the structure of a group. What is a group? You know, after a certain point it looks so beautiful. After you understand, after you cross that threshold of हमारा जो, क्योंकि 12th तक mathematics is very apparent, very obvious. You know, काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें intuitive होती हैं. Suddenly intuition has to be beaten down. When you are getting into the abstract theoretical world of mathematics, intuition को मार गिराना है, ठीक है? Initially it is a struggle, but एक बार जब समझ में आ रहा है ना, then intuition also kicks in. उसके बाद, क्योंकि basic concept समझना, क्योंकि 12th तक there was a particular type of training, but इसके बाद you have to retrain yourself into looking at how algebraic structures look like, and you cannot build it hands-on like in IIT, right? So it is a very pure reasoning, proofs, you know, you have axiom से proof तक कैसे पहुंच रहे हैं, that is the structure. यहाँ पे abstractness is that, you know. काफ़ी बार you may get lost into imagination, you know, don't imagine. You just have to stick with the axioms and theorems and your proofs. That's what happens. Okay. Now, maybe you're not able to understand what I'm trying to say. You will once you just search for what is group theory. All right, you'll understand. Okay, strip away the hype. Each one has its own side. Okay, brand and recognition. IIT is like crazy. Fine, no doubt. Placement scale IIT. Okay, which is less here. Math and statistics depth not so much. In statistics, ISI, man, ISI is the top one. You know, NTA, the way NTA declares the results, the percentile system and everything, ISI deals with that. ISI gave the ideas, and you know, ISI handled the initial phase. That's what I have learned. You can search about it more. Research and PhD. If you want to contribute to the actual development of technology, research is the key. Research, R&D ke bina nothing happens. All right? No matter how much engineering people are building, that is important, yes. But the other side of the coin is that research and development is the most important thing. CMI se mera ek dost, he is going to computational research thing. He is doing crazy, he is doing amazing, he is loving it. Research is fun. That's what many people have a myth that research is boring, the life is like that. Nothing like that. It is very interesting once you fall in love with the subject. That is the key part. All right. Small cohort intimacy. Oh, what is that? Okay. Small cohort intimacy is that you work with a small group of people. You go to conferences, abroad conferences, no matter where you go, it will be around 50 to 60 people which you are working with, and whatever you're researching, whatever you're, you know, publishing papers and everything, it is being read by those 50 to 60 people. You have a great, you know, rapport with those people. You're meeting brilliant scientists. Like, you know that 6-degree rule, every 2 people are connected within 6 connections. So that's what is happening. You meet great researchers the moment you are in this field. 6 degree से कम हो जाएगा, 2-3 degree हो जाएगा वो, right? So that happens. Short, you know, small group but great connections. That's what happens. But in IIT, naturally, you have to understand that you will meet a lot of people, right? Your circle will be a lot bigger because you'll be working in, most likely you're going to be in some or the other, you know, private organizations, and you'll have to work with a lot of big team. Maybe you'll do a startup and everything. So it depends. We cannot generalize it like this actually, but fine. All right. It's not a formal ranking as this suggests. It's a directional, not a formal ranking. There's nothing like this. But okay, Graduates rarely say one is better. It's just different. Yeah, obviously in IIT the network. So you can read this. But point is, there is a scale in terms of, there is scale, right? It is in terms of money. Yes, if you are willing to do a startup, if you want to earn a lot of money, I'm going to tell you, research work probably won't get you there. Probably won't. Maybe you can figure out a way for yourself, right? A unique, you find your own niche and everything. Maybe you can do that. But IIT is obviously the direct path. But here, rigor, research, depth, this is a different world, man. Because you are comparing IIT and ISI, CMI, I am having to tell you this, but this is a completely different world. If small and intense sets you up for the world's best PhDs, fine, that is true. You can go to top institutes, you can meet top brains of the world, the present day scientists and mathematicians who are changing the course of the subject. You will work with them. That's the crazy part about it. All right. Now a little bit, obviously you'll recognize most of these people from IITs, no doubt, right? I think you'll know everyone, almost everyone you know from this. I've just taken a handful of them because IITs are a lot, man. Government supports them a lot. Research institutes कितने? IISc, there is only one IISc. There is only 4 or 5 ISI, but graduation के लिए 2 ही ISI है. CMI there is only one. How many research institutes are there? Chances are also less. But anyways, still you will find these people. Raghuram Rajan पता होगा आपको. Manjul Bhargava, yeah, he is a CMI student. He's Fields Medal winner. I hope you have heard of him. C.R. Rao, these are all chairman people. Sangamitra Bandyopadhyay, she is also present chairman of ISI. And yeah, rest of the people, mainly they're all into research, economics, that this quant firms actually, oh damn, I didn't mention any quant firm people. Quant firm people are there, but I don't think there are any famous figures for that. So I have to, you have to figure that out. Chalo, both reshaped India in many ways. Statistics is a very, very important thing. I hope you understand that. ठीक है? Frontier maths and research in general, if you look at it, research is so important. Search about it. I want you to do your own, learning about how research is reshaping India. Tech is one part. These are together the best thing. If you're able to do both. I know a person who did BTech from IIT and then joined MMath. All right. So he's kind of integrating a lot of things, and that's crazy. I find that very, very interesting. So yeah, tech giants, Infosys, Flipkart, Zomato, okay, fine, like that's there. But research, man, research is research. All right. Okay. So which is better? Neither. It depends on you. Again, I'm telling you, choose IIT if you want to build, launch, value brand, thrive at scale. If you want to grow financially and everything, maybe that's good for you. If you love maths for its own sake and want research, academia, or quant. If you love maths, if you love mathematics, if you want to research, if you want to go deep into the subject, definitely go for ISI, CMI. All right. So those are kind of two poles in the spectrum of all the subjects, all the choices you have. NEET is a different thing. It's medical. It's kind of like IIT. All right. So 3 doors, 1 foundation. We will be training you for that. We will be launching batches. पता ही होगा आप लोगों को यार, बैच वगैरह होते हैं, है ना? And fine. Everyone rewards a strong problem solver. Problem solving, that's we are at a scarcity of it. हम लोग बना नहीं पा रहे हैं problem solvers को. Like देश में उसकी कमी है, हम बना पा रहे हैं. हम in the sense, Vedantu Olympiad School is striving to do that. That's what we do with every course, every batch. सोचना सिखा रहे हैं, लॉजिकली कैसे स्टेप बाय स्टेप जा रहे हैं वो सिखा रहे हैं. एंड ISI, CMI और ओलंपियाड्स इज दैट वो वही है. स्कूल मैथमेटिक्स नहीं है जिसमें तुम रट्टा मार के, या फिर JEE ऑल्सो इज अ लॉट ऑफ रट्टा मोर देन अंडरस्टैंडिंग, राइट? मे बी कुछ टीचर्स अच्छा पढ़ाते होंगे, बट मोस्ट ऑफ the jargon I see out there is ratta, which is sad. They tell you shortcuts and everything. fine, maybe that will get you into an IIT, but that won't make you a good thinker, right? So वो बात है. So IIT Advanced requires you to think, requires you to understand, but generally ISI CMI definitely requires you to think and understand, all right? So all three doors open at once, and yeah, that's all guys, that's all for today. I hope you had something to learn. Let me know in the comments, what did you learn about your future? If you're confused about anything, did this clear it up? क्या है तुम्हारे questions? Let me know in the comments, and I'll try to make more videos based on your responses. All right? Chalo, bye. Take care.